everybody rise. And I've got two young men, Hope and Leland Wampler is going to lead us in the pledge, and then Mark's going to do the invocation. Gentlemen, go ahead. Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. God our Father, we thank you today for one nation. We thank you today for liberty and justice for all. God, we thank you for the opportunity to be here today. We thank you for the blessing that these students and their loved ones who are gathered here, we ask a special blessing on all those gathered this way today as we celebrate their achievement. God, we celebrate the teachers and the administrators, everyone who had a part in it. We thank you for this opportunity, and we ask that you would help us as we resolve as a board to do right by them. All those that would take part in the education of our children, we thank you so much for them. We thank you so much for the many ways you've been good to us, and ask you to watch over all that we do here and provide your blessing. We ask that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, everyone can be seated. I'll officially call this meeting to order. Glad to see everyone tonight, because this is a special moment for all the teachers and the parents and the grandparents and guardians to celebrate 40, is it Jennifer, 40?
We have 41.
41 perfect scores on the TCAP, so that's tremendous. So what we're going to, Jennifer, I'm going to go ahead and let you tell them what we're going to do so everybody kind of know what's going on. And board members, please turn the microphones on.
My name is Jennifer Teague, and I'm the district testing coordinator. And tonight is one of my favorite nights of the year because we get to honor students that excel in academics in the Greene County school system. Not only are we honoring them, but we're honoring their teachers and we're honoring their parents, because it takes all three of those to mesh together to make a good, strong student that is grounded in academics and education and wants to learn. So they have excelled with perfect scores. Tonight we're going to do it differently than we've done it in the past because there's so many of you. So we're going to do one school at a time. I'm going to ask the students to come up, and teachers, I'm going to ask you to come up too. I know we've never done that before, but we want to get a picture with that whole school, and then we'll let that school leave, and then we'll go to the next school, and that way we can get some more people in, because we certainly want you to have time. And we'll take pictures, and so you're welcome to take pictures as well. We're going to start with Bayleton. We have Michael Filarelli, second grade, perfect score in math. His teacher's Amy McCamus. Emma Metcalf, perfect score in math, second grade, Bayleton. Same teacher. Blaine Owen, second grade math, Amy McCamus. Next, we have Kip Tunnel, second grade math. Margaret Williams is the teacher. Next, we have Deegan Dean, fourth grade math. Sherry Morgan is the teacher. He's not here. Sherry, you come on up. You come on up and you come get it. Yeah. And you can do it.
Could they be in the hallway? Is Chris back there yelling in the hallway to make sure?
Deegan Dean. Lily Fell, fourth grade math. Perfect score. Sherry Morgan is the teacher.
That's all.
That's all available.
All right, so if I could have all my student
How about giving my young men a hand over here to help me with my flag? Thank you, Cole. Leader. Thank you.
All right, Camp Creek is next. We have Jaden Johnson, second grade, perfect score in math. Alicia Brown is the teacher. Lincoln Carter, third grade science. Elizabeth Blake is the teacher. All right, come on in. Come on, Zayden.
Is Lincoln out there? I heard somebody keep on. Here comes Lincoln.
All right. Stay right there. Congratulations. All right, stand up here. Colton Prossendorfer, third grade, perfect score in science. Elizabeth Blake is the teacher. And Hudson Woolsey, third grade math. Robin Morlock is the teacher.
Yeah, next year.
We continue with this. Have my students come out front here, step out front together.
Yeah, we don't get big on it.
And teachers, if you'll everybody smile, look right here. All right, cheers.
All right, a
Great
round of
job.
applause.
Great job, Peter.
Good job, guys. I can keep my mouth
Sound like a girl.
shut. I know.
By the way, this is a beautiful problem. Too many students. To get in
Absolutely.
one room, parents, everybody that loves them. All right, we're going to move on to Chucky. We have Jace Andes, third grade, perfect score in science.
You get all that smarts from your aunt.
Yes, he
No.
does, yes,
No.
he does.
Madison Morgan, third grade math. Leanne Karp is the teacher.
Angela, you could have stayed behind me. Would you step out just a tad?
That's a good teacher right there, making sure they look good for their photo.
I know. Angela always does such a good job when they're having awards night. Making
Yeah,
sure Kids
absolutely.
look good for their photo. All right.
Good job. She wasn't gonna let you have a picture, Bo.
She knows where it comes from.
All right.
Good job.
Next, we have Shaky Doak Middle School. As time has gone on, I've started to see some of the same names that we've honored in the past show up again, and we have several students from this school to honor. First, we have Ashton Dobson, sixth grade math perfect score, Melissa Middleton.
It's good to see you, Teddy. Good to see you.
We have Brett Grooms, sixth grade math, Melissa Middlestead is the teacher. grade math, Jennifer Tipton is the teacher. Vanessa Owen, 7th grade math, Jennifer Tipton is the teacher. Matthew Rossell, 7th grade math, Jennifer Tipton is the teacher. We have our first student that has 2 perfect scores, two medals. This is Emily Swecker, 8th grade science and algebra 1. The teachers are Carrie Broyles and Amanda Wright.
All right.
And the last one from Shaky Oak Middle School is Connor Hall, 8th grade social studies, Brennan Bath.
Okay, this one's gonna be a challenge here. So, if I could have all of my students come up front first, so I can see where we want to put you. You're taller than we are. I know. All right, now let me have my shorter students step up some. Shorter students, you are a little bit shorter, not much.
You might
Step in and sway
low.
just a tad.
What year did you graduate?
And not much difference.
You need a center block math.
You might come along while I was freshman instead of teaching.
Somebody get a step stool for math here. Step stool.
Because your kids are teaching a lot older than that.
I'm gonna have you come right up here in front of me.
Jeff might come along while I was, he might come along while I was principal, instead of teaching.
And Matt and Melissa and Carrie, you're gonna kind of come around to the end. And I'm gonna go back
He
first.
was in the West Green board.
Yep, you're good, you're good. And you're gonna step up.
You know that big dairy
Matt, you
farm
can do the
over on-
sorority pose.
Jennifer, you're gonna come around.
Oh,
on
you
the
turn
end.
there at the Dollar General, and go through there. What road's that, Stacy?
Brent,
Huh?
where at?
Turn there at the Dollar General and all of a sudden, goes through there and comes out over on Dewey Road. What's the name of that road?
All right, everybody look right here and smile.
North Mohawk?
No,
Stay there, we'll keep
we're in the
going.
middle of Mosan.
Oh, middle of Mustang.
It's only $3 or $4 difference.
Yeah, hold up, so mom and dad
There at the
get
Dollar
theirs.
General goes all the way through there and comes out over on Dewey Road.
And we will post these on the school system webpage.
Yeah, big, they had a huge dairy farm.
Right.
I see Miss Sweeney back there just smiling.
Loaded and love them in their farms over
All
set
right,
over
one
here
more round
across
of
the road.
applause for Shaky Oak Middle School.
I went by Dulaney Road today, cause out there on Warrenburg Road side.
Somebody said the dollar store in Mossam. I said, which one of the five?
That might be, now that I think of it, when you're on that real steep curve there, that might be Dewey Road. It might. Dewey Road might go straight on through there and come out of there at Dollar General.
Yes, Jennifer, I think next year for this, we'll do it somewhere, get you a bigger spot. Yeah. Me too, oh, it's bigger.
How soon do you know?
Oh, it's bigger.
All right, we'll move on to Joe. Our first score is Josie Holt, 4th grade. ELA, Carolyn Tallman is her teacher. Next, we have Walker Fulling, 5th grade math. Mindy Kennedy is the teacher. And then we have Colt Wampler, 5th grade math. Mindy Kennedy, teacher.
Wait a minute, we got one more back here. There you go. Come on up here, young man.
Okay? Yeah.
The three students step up. And then the teachers, if you want to be on the end. Right there. All right, now we'll move out of the way.
And wait a minute, one mom's not ready.
Almost.
Gotta give a chance.
Yeah, I gotta give her a chance to get out.
All
Good
right.
job, guys.
Another round of applause.
Good job, Steve.
All right, our next
Thank you,
school
Libby.
is
You can
McDonald. McDonald, Jaden Ferguson, 3rd grade math, perfect score. Jason Henry is the teacher.
We want the whole family, right?
Okay, perfect, that's fine.
Good job. Wait a minute, we got one more. We done? Okay.
All right, we have 2 from Malson. Jack Dewberry, 2nd grade math. The teacher is Shauna Crawford. And then we have Jude Dawson, 5th grade, perfect score in math. The teacher is Kimberly Ball.
That's good.
Awesome job.
All right, another round of applause.
Ain't that a picture? No, you can take a picture. It's all right, right? No problem. We gotta celebrate this.
It's a big deal.
We have one student from NOLA Chucky, Cash Land, 3rd grade math, perfect score. Marcy Compton is the teacher.
Don't you want to get in this picture, Gary?
Do what?
Don't you want to get in this picture?
I hear Margie say no.
Like,
Did she say no?
he did not do any
All right, another round of applause. Way to go.
Come on.
I think I heard a no.
We have several from North Green Middle School. This first student is our next student that has 2 perfect scores. Addison Ratcliffe, 5th grade math and science. The teachers are Virginia Myers and Jennifer Key.
Hey. Congratulations. 2 perfect scores.
I shoot for her.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her family.
Nicholas Darnell, 6th grade math. Kaylee Belcher is the teacher. Joy Martineau, 6th grade math. Kaylee Belcher is the teacher. Chance Hodges, 8th grade math. Charles Bailey is the teacher. Maria Justice, 8th grade math. Charles Bailey is the teacher. Emma West Brewer, 8th grade math. Charles Bailey is the teacher.
Whoa,
All right.
whoa.
We got parents. It's okay.
Yeah, we got parents here. I don't wanna get in trouble not letting them get in the photo.
All right, another round of applause.
You all can leave if you like to. You don't have to stick
One student from
around.
South Greene Middle School, Bobby Johnson, 8th grade math. Karen Everhart is the teacher. Our last school is West Greene Middle School. Justice Moore, 6th grade, perfect score in math. Julie Oaks is the teacher. Archer Tippins, 6th grade math. Julie Oaks is the teacher. Peyton Townsend, 7th grade, social studies. Andrew Williams is the teacher. All right, one last round of applause. We're finished, thank you.
Thank you, Miss T. All right, let's give one more applause for the kids and the teachers and everybody. That's great. If you like to leave, you're more than welcome to. You do not have to stay for the rest of it. So.
Just tell Morrison about to collect us more funds. Get off all our sixes. Might lose a few more dollars. I need that. Because they're saying I'll save them a lot.
All right, Mr. Goodman. Good. Well, Miss Wilson, I'm going to recognize you to speak to the board, if you will. If you'll just come to the podium so we're able to hear you. Are you able to stand and,
I don't know, I gotta take all my notes.
yeah, that way we can hear you though.
Okay. This is kind of a tough act to follow.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry about that.
Well, that's all right.
Well, we had so many, I had to clear some space so we could breathe.
I think that's great.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm all for kids.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I'm here tonight. Last year at Veterans Day, my great-grandson goes to Nochucky School, and we were invited over there. My husband is a veteran, and we went to the Veterans Program, and it was great. They did a great job. The kids sang, students participated, and great speaker. But one thing I did recognize, because I'm very musically inclined, that the piano was terrible. And so I went to the principal and I said, you know, I think the kids could do better if they had a better instrument to use. So I said, if I can find a better piano, can we do this? And she said, well, sure. She was really good. So I looked around and I talked to different people and I found two. I found a baby grand piano and I found a piano that could go in a school or in a home. And I brought this to Mrs. Shanks and I said, you know, this is what I have and I'd like to have this for the kids. And she said, well, there's just a problem. In Nochucky and Camp Creek, we share a music program and an art program. And the room that the kids are in for the music, we can't use the larger piano. So I never saw the room, so I assume it's not as big as maybe it could be. So we got the piano, and this was in November, and we had several men bring it into the school, and it was really good. But the one thing that wasn't so good is they only have a half a year of music and a half a year art program. Were you aware of that?
Yeah.
I did a little checking, and I know I'm comparing not apples to apples, but in town, they have a full music program. And if I have my facts straight, I think the county provides all the equipment and all the things for sports. And don't get me wrong, I'm a sports person. My daughter was the best soccer player, and she could go to Annapolis for volleyball, but she didn't take that route. I'm not against sports, believe me, I'm a sports person, but I'm also a music and art person. And I got this off the computer the other day, and we talked about how music and art are so important for development in children. And this is what it says: music therapy for children can support various aspects of development, including behavior, learning, emotions. It is offered in both individual and group format. Goals include motor skills, impulse control, communications, social interaction, and it also involves writing, singing, songs, playing musical instruments, and listening to music. That's why I came to you tonight, hoping that somewhere it would happen. It won't this year, probably, but if we could see about having all year music and all year art in Nochucky and Camp Creek. Today's enrollment, and I'm sure you know this, in Nochucky is about 330 students. In Camp Creek, it's about 300. We put a lot of money is spent on football and basketball, boys, girls, sports, and all should, but maybe just somewhere along the line, we can find some funding for a full-time teacher of art and music in these schools. These days, it is really important to, as we can see tonight, how these kids, how well they have done. But maybe they're in a music program or an art program or something else that helps them to focus on their schoolwork.
And Ms. Wilson, your time's up if you can conclude.
I didn't know they never told me a time, but can I just share one thing?
Yes, ma'am, it's 5 minutes for everybody.
All right, well, next time I'll ask for 10.
No, ma'am, it's 5 minutes for everybody.
Oh, well, then I'll get on twice.
Yeah, okay.
picture of my little boy, Jackson, who got an award for his first grade, and he was so proud of it. This is awards from teachers up in another school district that have cultivated the art. It takes a lot. It takes math, angles. I hope that you can see how important that a music and an art program is. Our kids are so messed up in the electronics and all that. This alleviates that.
I don't think anyone would disagree with you, Ms. Wilson.
Well,
Not on this board.
I'll tell you what, I'd
But-
like to come back. My husband was on the school board for 6 years. And I know it's a hard job, and I know you have a lot to deal with. I'd like to come back and see if maybe some of this could work out, so things
Absolutely.
would be different.
Ms. Wilson, just to give a trend and you can come back and speak to us again.
I'll get the rest of the notes and I'll go through. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
I
Well-
appreciate it immensely.
Thank you for your interest.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask a couple of questions. One of them's gonna be to Dr. Ripley, our HR guy. And I know that, well, I'm gonna call her Sue. I know Sue personally. I'm not gonna call her Ms. Wilson. She mentioned Nolechucky and Camp Creek. Of course, we have more schools than that to concern ourselves with. We've got Belleton, we've got McDonald, we've got Chucky, we've got Doak. We've got several more schools other than Nolechucky and Camp Creek. How many teaching positions are we talking about, Dr. Ripley? If let's say we voted tonight, we wanted to add music and art to all those schools, how many teaching positions are we talking about?
7 to 9.
Money.
Probably, have probably 700,000 maybe.
At least $500,000. We budget generally $65,000, $70,000 a teacher.
So
So
if
if
it
you
was
got-
10 teachers, it'd be 650,000.
You're looking at a principal that 20 years ago, me and the other 3 high school principals would sit in group interviews. Each one of us would have a math opening. And we'd have one math teacher to interview for the 4 schools. That's 20 years ago. Now, I don't know the answer to this question. I probably knew the answer to the first 2 I asked you. How many music and art teacher applications do we have on file right now?
Larry, we don't keep applications on file, but when we post an art job, we generally, we'll be lucky if we have an applicant with art credentials to apply. I don't know if that was clear, but basically, it's hard to find any.
So you're telling me you don't have any applications for music and art?
Well, generally, we might have one, but a lot of times we have none for art music.
How long do they stay if we hire them?
Well, we've got art teachers that have been with us for a while, but we have a lot of turnover in those positions. Music, on the north side, I think we've hired a music teacher every year for the last 3 years.
Where do they go when they leave us?
Well, we don't necessarily track that, but generally they're gonna go to a neighboring district.
That pays more?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
We lost a, art teacher this year to Greenville City School. It would be hard to find 9 more if we wanted to right now.
If we voted tonight for the money?
Sure. It would be very difficult.
So what would you do if you had an opening? Put somebody to, you'd have to get
That's a
a
good
permit from the state?
Yeah, you know, there's some emergency credential options that we would have, and we've used those in the past. But,
Mr. McLean, if we did one a year, where would you have to start? I mean, what kind of priority? But obviously, from what he's saying, we couldn't do 7. We couldn't find that many.
No, and that's many times the difficult task in a district like we have, where you have multiple schools. You know, we kind of think in quads. You have Camp Creek and Nolichucky on the south end, Doak and Chucky on the east, and of course you have Bayleton on the north, and then the west end you have McDonald and Mossheim. So, you know, when you do for one, you try to do for the other. You know, you're dealing with a Mossheim Elementary School that's got 600 kids. That's compared to Camp Creek with 280 and Nolichucky with 320 or 330. I mean, I agree with Ms. Wilson. Listen, I think everybody up here agrees with what you have to say. I do want to say this, being in administration in Greene County for 17 years. I was a high school principal. George Fry was, Larry Bible was, when we started our band programs. Brought tears to my eyes,
Absolutely.
okay? So, Ms. Wilson, I don't know how long you've lived in Greene County, but we've come a long way in our music programs. And if you look at the art, you know, our chairman of the board started recognizing art students. I think everybody here agrees with you in the arts in reference to music and art and what it can do for kids. It's phenomenal what we've done with our band programs at the middle school and high school.
I agree.
Can we always do more? Yes, ma'am. Well, yes, we can. So, but I just think sitting here, I look at what we have been able to accomplish and do, and I think that's the goal of board members and directors of schools, to always do better. And you know, I think everybody commends you for coming here tonight wanting more. I do. I commend you because you want
Absolutely.
better and more. So thank you.
I just think our kids need a lot of help.
Sure.
There's so many things out there.
Sure.
This is such a focus item. I mean.
And I want, and I hate to cut you off, but I do want to clarify the athletics piece. You know, we, in the K-5 world, we fund nothing when it comes to athletics. That's all done through booster athletics. At the middle school level, we do fund coaching supplements. And we try to provide athletics there in the same way with the high school. Most of that, and these former principals can tell you, those athletic teams are supported, other than coaching supplements, by gate dollars.
I know that.
So, we do our best to value all extracurricular, and we're so proud of our band programs. But like I said, I commend you for wanting better. Like Dr. Ripley said, you know, we have art positions and music positions, and we do struggle to fill those, but that's not to say that we can't try to improve moving forward when we look at next year's budget, possibly to go there.
Well, I would like to come back and see how we progress. I'm an avid person for children,
Sure.
and
And I think everybody up here is, you know.
I know that. That's why I came here.
Sure.
I thank you for letting me come. I appreciate it so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you.
Okay, next up is approve agenda, including consent agenda and addendum. I have a motion.
So moved.
Mark,
Second.
second by Stacy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Do I have the GCA representative here? Yes, thank you, there you are, sorry.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good to see y'all again.
Good to see you.
You really mean that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't mind again.
Well, I'm gonna keep it short today. So, first of all, I just wanna say thank you on behalf of GCA for allowing us to be here and continuing to allow us to be here. I hope everybody had a great summer and is ready for this great new school year we're gonna have. I just wanted to say we're super excited about the new CTE stuff coming into some of our new high schools. I think it's gonna be some great opportunities for our students and everything. And yeah, and wanted to congratulate Chucky Doak High School on the attendance rates. absentee rate going down by 5%, I think was about what it was. So that was awesome. But other than that, we don't really have any new business to add at this time, so thank you for having me.
Absolutely,
That's
thank
it.
you, but.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds like that's short and sweet.
I think excuse me this second, you're gonna have to help me out, I forgot your name.
Oh, Abigail C. Sorry, I should have said it when I was up there.
Abigail C.
Yeah.
I'll remember that next time, I forgot, someone did tell me you was Hilton's granddaughter, I forgot all about that.
You asked me at the last meeting.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so much for that tip.
no,
senior
Rick,
moment, Rick.
Rick and I can't remember what we did. But it's good to
Boy, I
have
tell
you.
you what, I deserve that one. I walked right in it. She's Hilton's granddaughter, that's for sure.
No, I tell you,
I even remember
you'll
that
have a
one, Rick.
senior moment one of these days.
Oh, I'm ready.
Several of them.
Several of them, yeah. Yeah, Gary, don't sit over and act like you know everything.
I'm not gonna throw any rocks on
Hey,
that, I
don't
promise
throw
you
no
that.
rocks. Any board reports? All right, we did move on to Central Port, and I think Miss Kayla had a appointment. Didn't know anything that we need to.
No, I don't think so. There's
think-
anything that's, I mean, we're starting a new fiscal year. We've been into it for 2 months, so right now you're probably not gonna have, I think there's one, resolution or on there tonight, I think, for Cindy, Dr. Bowman with her grant. It's
Okay.
reimbursable, but other than that, I think, we're starting a new year, so, from a budget standpoint, we're in pretty good shape right
All
now.
right, sounds great. Sounds great. I know anybody have any questions for you. Let's see. No. Dr. Ripley, anything happening on the personal report you need to let us know about? Any questions for Dr. Ripley?
We've not been doing much of anything.
Holy cow.
I think the report's finally caught up with part of the summer there.
All right.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
It seems, okay,
Believe
good.
it or not, this is a lot less hires than last time.
Yeah,
I was gonna say last time was 80-some, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Good deal. Any questions for Bill on that?
Probably about 40-ish new teachers total.
Bill, what do you mean a while ago when you said you didn't keep applications on file? Explain that.
Well, the old drawer that
Yeah.
used to be out there is no longer, and we post all our jobs online. So, maybe misstatement, I can go on there and see anybody that's applied for a job.
Okay.
But they've applied for specific jobs, and I can go back and look at an old job that was archived and see those applicants. I
Okay.
can search by applicants.
Okay.
I mean, I can find people easier than ever, but they're just not sort of like on file, just generically, that way.
But Bill, you could go back for somebody that applied for something a year ago and say biology at South Greene High School. We still have that within our system.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, next up is, Ms. Siobhan with her food report.
So this year, we're starting out a little new this year. We've got a new lady with us that I'm excited about. But first, I wanted to congratulate Kirk. He has been promoted to the assistant director as well as he's a chef still as well. So he's helping me a lot now. And we have hired a community engagement marketing specialist. So we're excited about her, getting some signage in the schools that we have neglected for so long that, that wasn't part of what we done. We're looking forward to the signage, the mood boost. We did just roll out a student choice at North Greene with 3 items that the kids got to vote on, and I think they really enjoyed. And the flame, the burgers outdid the other things that we had done, so they were tickled for that. So we're looking forward to do that in all of our high schools. But the mood boost, we're looking forward to do that in the elementaries, and Bree's gonna help a lot with that, getting the word out and, letting everybody know what we're gonna do. Getting the papers where it needs to be, so we're excited about that. So I'd like to congratulate her on board with us as well. July, as you see, July's a slow month. We done a lot of catering, but as far as feeding a lot of kids, most of it was all either a few band camps or just all ESP, that's all we had.
Mhm.
And as you see, our July expenses was $14,916.46. For the income, the July expense was $21,480. We had 2 freezers to go down this summer in July, but, yeah, as you see, we lost $6,500 worth of food. Just some mishap on some, the alarms not going off, not notifying, or notifying the different ones. We've been working with Steve, getting all this, you know, where we got everybody notified what needs to be notified, so. But we're looking forward to next month and rolling out some new things. I've got some little bit of exciting things to do, some wish lists that I want to do, and, so we're looking forward to next month, so.
Well, normally we're in the red though the first month
Yeah,
anyway, so
we are.
like we're reporting, because you're having to buy a lot of.
Yeah, we are, so. We're
So-
looking forward to making some money.
Any feedback on this free meals for everyone?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, our participation in some of the schools is really went up. As always, it's the breakfast that we've got to work the hardest on.
Mhm.
We talked about the grab and go, but it's hard to do the grab and go, and, you know, most of the kids just come in and wanna grab it, well, they can't take it to the gym, you know, because they
Right.
don't, if they could take it, eat it, and put it in the trash where it goes, but that's not how it goes. But, and we got freshmen are scared to death when they first come in, they're not eating, so, you know, they tell you that, probably for North Greene, they were
Yeah.
scared, and they won't get in that line, they're afraid they're not gonna have time to eat, so. We're hoping by next month our meals are definitely, that's what we're looking forward to.
Good deal. Any questions for Yvonne?
Good job.
Good job, Yvonne. And welcome, Bree. Director's report?
I want to welcome everyone, certainly for a new school year. Say welcome to all the new teachers and employees within our district, and certainly welcome school board members for the 24-25 school year. I want to say this, I guess, a little bit from the heart, but bottom line, we can do all this stuff, but how about all those teachers that were here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where it happens in the classroom. And I was so impressed with all those kids we recognized, and I'd say 80–90% of the teachers showed up for that. And
All the parents?
that right there is where it's at, guys. So that was pretty special and pretty impressive. So also, I'm very excited to announce that Chuggett Oak Middle School is starting a new school year with 8 new classrooms. We'll be hosting a ribbon cutting ceremony on Monday, September the 9th to celebrate the new addition. That'll start at 6 p.m. Certainly everyone's invited to attend. Many classrooms are serving as the new wing for the 8th graders, as well as new classrooms for the special ed department. I'm also happy to announce that all our middle school gyms now have air conditioning. You know, we could write a book on that, couldn't we, Dave Myers and Dave Wright and everybody else involved, but I think we've got them in. We're blessed to now have air conditioning in all our high school gyms, middle school gyms, and 2 elementaries. These gyms not only serve our schools and communities for athletics, but also for school assemblies, with only Chuggett Oak High School and Baileyton Elementary having auditoriums. Hopefully in the future, we'll be able to provide air conditioning within all of our gyms in Greene County. I'll get to the capital projects right here at the end. I'll turn things over to Dave Wright and Dave Myers to speak. In reference to our enrollment numbers, you know, everybody's always asking me, we finished last year at around 5,727 students. Basically, we're flat. We're running 5 or 10 above, 5 or 10 below, so that's good news that we're not dropping. Numbers, like I said, aren't up, but we're flat, same as we were last year. I do want to thank all those that had a partner opening day in service at West Greene High School. I heard very many positive comments about that day, from how great the vendors were to the overall setup and the positivity of all the speakers. Thanks to all that had a hand in that. Also, board members, don't forget, TSBA Fall Conference will be at Chuggett Oak High School next month, Monday, September 23rd. So we're going to be hosting that as Greene County Schools. I think Trenda can correct me, but I think during COVID we were supposed to host and they canceled it. But this will be the first time since I've been director that we will host it. This time I do want to turn things over to Dave Wright, and Dave Myers can jump in on other things we have going on. One piece I did want to share with Capital, and then the protective film that we're using our safety money for. We voted, I know the bids were approved on Camp Creek and McDonald. Dave, Camp Creek is finished, correct? And
Like 2 doors.
2 doors, and
doors there.
presently they're working at McDonald.
McDonald's finished, they like about 1 door there.
2 doors at
There
Camp.
was some cracked glass,
Okay,
and, everything's been ordered for that, and
gotcha.
very little of it was pretty much done.
Okay, thank you. Dave Wright, I'll let you take over here with CTE additions.
Want to give a little update on where we're at with West Greene and Chucky Doe. West Greene, we knew that was going to be a tough site, and it has been a tough site. We're up to grade, we've got about 50 to 60% of the footings poured. To do the rest of those the end of hopefully next week, and actually start block. I was told probably the first week of September. So the walls will be going up. Again, that was a very tough site, but we're there. I did misquote there. I did tell you an incorrect date for Chucky Doe. I called the office in Knoxville today when they were going to start that grading. That's probably going to be the first week of September. They're probably going to start mobilizing there at the end of next week. So the same grading contractor involved with West Greene will be doing Chucky Doe. So that's where we're at there. It's going okay. It's going good. I'm anxious to get the block up, and that's once we get the walls up, it's fairly elementary construction as far as block, steel joist, roof deck, things of that nature. So that's where we're at with that. I did go to Chucky Doe Middle School today. We're getting some corrective action done on that block work out there, and that's the cost of that is going to be borne by General Shell, so it's not going to cost us anything. So that's going to improve the appearance of that block, and they've taken full responsibility for that discoloration in that block. So that'll be hopefully be taken care of by the end of next week as well. So they've got it all masked off and taped off, ready to go with that. So again, publicly, I want to, since David's here, I want to say that that's been a great project there. That if it hadn't been for David Myers, he's saved us a lot of money on that project, and I think that's been a great addition to that school facility. And again, he's coordinated that excellent. That's really turned out to be, I think, a nice addition there for the middle school. So again, I really want to publicly say that.
Dave, I'm gonna add, if you notice some block there at Chucky Doe Middle School, when we picked out the block, some of that block will repel water and some of it will not, so there's some discolorization. We met with General Shell. I don't know if you call it hammer General Shell pretty good, but I just basically told them that I'd hate to know that I'm selling a block that looks like this. So they've stepped up. They've now hired Creative Masonry to come up, and they're going to basically, I guess, stain the block. And then they will put a sealer on it to where it's all the same color, and actually they've been up there taping the last few days, so they're on that to fix the discolorization in the block. So that's where we're at on that.
Right.
But other than that, everything else is pretty good up there.
Good.
David,
Parking lot looks good, striped, and again, it was on time. David, we started that May 23, and hoped to have been done. Of course, they opened the school year, and we were. So again, a lot of that coordination there with David and the subcontractors, they turned out great. So that's kind of where we're at. So hopefully, once we get the walls started here, it'll progress.
With the difficulties at West Greene that we've encountered,
Yes.
are we still on timetable?
So they say,
Timeframe?
yes. So they say. I talked with the project manager again today. fuel's been ordered, things that, stuff that needs to be there will be there.
Anything else?
That's where we're at.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Job
Dave, is there anything else you want to add on capital?
Capital.
I'll drop ceilings in, all that for
Yeah,
summer, everything.
Capital's went good. We like 3 or 4, one of them is West Greene Middle Roof. They have started at Chucky Oak High School, it's probably 3/4 complete. Got to do West Greene Middle, and we like, installing some doors at, Old Chucky and McDonald's. And, then Capital will be wrapped up.
Marshtown Roofing's having some of the same issues we are with employees to do the job, so that's kind of there. And tell everybody what you did today, or yesterday, David, at Kid Creek, so you,
Oh,
yeah,
new scoreboard.
New scoreboard.
On the football.
they purchased one, you installed it, didn't you?
We did.
Good deal, appreciate that.
Looks great. We got a lot of comments on it. I think it'll be
Appreciate it.
And again, like Dave said, thank you for all you do and all your guys do. Thank you. All
That's
yours.
what you pay us for, Rick.
Okay. Well, we all like to hear a thank you though, right? And
Wait a minute,
you're
we're
doing a
giving
good
him
job.
money?
You're doing a good job. And Dave, thank you for all your help in doing.
Appreciate the opportunity.
And thanks for answering my phone calls when I call wanting to see what's going on.
I say a bad word now, but it's okay.
Teddy, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to, you got a new SRO officer?
We got, commission funded for extra SROs, but 2 double up in high school, so out of the 4, I've got 1 so far. It's Dylan Taylor, he's in South Greene with me right now, so we're progressing on the other 3, but 2 out of the other 3's got to go to the academy, and so probably be next school year before we get really
So-
rolled out and
So
well.
those will be brand new hires, correct? Brand new hires, then sent to the
Straight out of
academy.
jail.
Come out of corrections.
From our corrections.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lastly, I pray that we have a very productive school year, and let's do well, and certainly in our academics and our extracurricular activities. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your school district leader. Thank you.
Any questions for David?
No.
So, all right, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Here, come in.
Next up is community reports. I show that we don't have any old business, we don't have any new business. And then we come to motion to approve non-faculty volunteer coaches. Have a motion?
So moved.
Gary?
Second.
Second by Larry. And of course, Daniel knows what we're gonna ask. Everything's good to go. All right, all in favor, say aye. All opposed, like sign. Motion to approve employee handbook.
So moved.
Mark,
Second.
second by Minnie. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion to approve resolution to move funds from fund balance to SPARC grant budget. Spark. To Spark. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Gary, thank you, Cindy.
Second.
Second.
Stacy. Comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion to approve policy 5.3021 bereavement leave on 1 reading.
Question. When I was looking at these, and I know I'm on the policy committee, but I must have missed this meeting, because I would have brought it up then.
They didn't bring it to the meeting.
Huh? It's not been the
We-
meeting.
we-
No, I
we
didn't, I thought I missed
discovered
one.
it in between meetings, Larry.
Yeah.
And thought we needed to get that trued up before somebody tries to utilize leave. We need to catch that.
What's happened, Larry, is there's a disparity in the MOU when the MOU was done in collaborative conferencing, the policy was not changed to align with what the MOU said. And we,
Back in 2022.
Yeah, we just now
collaboratively
caught it.
Conferenced that third day or the change that's in there. And then it wasn't changed in policy, and they've been sitting there with different pieces.
So we're gonna hash this out in policy committee?
No,
we're just
No.
bringing it straight to the board.
no.
It's
I
not
have a
that-
problem lumping, I don't wanna sound like a squeaky wheel, but I have a problem lumping children and spouse with some of the other things that are in there with the 3 days, or is it 2 or 3? I can't remember
It
now.
was 2, and it's going through, and technically went to 3 through collaborative conferencing back in 2022, and the board approved that.
And the board approved that.
The board approved that collaborative
2022.
conferencing, it's just, and it doesn't come up often.
Well,
And
I
that's,
just,
that's why nobody's probably caught it to this point.
My whole-
There was a difference.
my whole life since 1987 has evolved around Seth's accident. I couldn't have gone back to work in 3 days. I'm sorry. There would have been no way
Sure.
I could have gone back to work in 3 days. But yet we're lumping children and spouse, and if something had happened to Donna, I certainly couldn't go back. With, I can't remember what I was lumped with, I could pull it up here, but.
Yeah.
But when I read it, okay, I'm sorry. Good.
See, Larry, that used to say 2 days,
I
I
know.
guess, or
So,
I wouldn't have any problem, I mean, I hate to say this, but I wouldn't have any problem going back after 3 days if one of my grandparents had died, or my father-in-law. I love my father-in-law. But I just had a real problem when I read this with lumping a spouse and a child, and even a grandchild with, I don't know.
so just to be clear, Larry, I'm probably not saying anything you don't know, but bereavement is a leave just for a death.
Yeah.
Obviously, sick days and other leaves.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Could be used.
Teacher could
along-
use a sick day in
along with
addition.
that.
That's the
Yes.
question I wanted to
Yeah,
ask.
it has been
Okay.
3 days for the spouse, parent, child, grandparent, that first list. It was only 1 day, and I don't know why we were talking about 3, it's changed from 1 to 2.
yeah.
That's the change,
Okay.
from 1 to 2. It was 1 day, so I misspoke, Larry, so it's still 3 days for the closest relatives. It's going from 1 day to 2 for these other ones, and when we conferenced, the teacher side brought it up, said really 1 day is not enough for these other people. We negotiated that piece and the board approved it, but this policy's sitting out there online and was mismatched, and somebody caught it. But like I said, it doesn't come up often enough.
Right.
Nobody ever wanted to use 2 days, I guess, and realized that they couldn't. So we're true to that.
If a teacher out there could use sick days to, you know,
Sure.
Yeah, and Larry, like a child gets sick, they can utilize their sick days, and then you have FMLA protected leave as well. And of course, we know where we're at with maternity leave now, I mean, that's grown
Sure.
tremendously, so.
Sure. Bottom line is it's an increase to the benefit for educators, this, what we're discussing.
Okay.
And it's somewhat of a moot point because it's been in place since 22.
Okay.
Yeah, the MOU, the agreement said 2 days of bereavement will be granted. Well, our policy only said 1, that's the only part we're changing
We're just
right there. We're just trying
updating
to-
our
We're trying
document
to
to match
align
up.
this with what the MOU said, or through collaborative conference.
okay.
And that MOU runs, it'll, in 2025, next spring, we'll have to re-enter that, to update or renew. They're done for 3-year period.
I'm good.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Stacy.
Stacy, a second?
So moved.
Minnie? Any further comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion to approve 2024-25 discipline hearing authority. Have a motion?
So moved.
Larry,
Second.
second by George. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion to approve materials for surplus.
So moved.
Mark,
Second.
second by Stacy. Comments or questions? All in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. Guys, I was asked to pull I, so we'll jump down, that's been pulled. Mr. McLean asked that we go ahead and pull that. We'll go to J, motion to approve out-of-state trips.
So moved.
I got Gary and Larry. Comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion to approve seeking cost estimates for tennis courts and track. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Gary,
Second.
second by George. Comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion to approve new policy 4.214, use of artificial intelligence programs.
What's that for?
Jason?
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 State law
Yeah,
requires
state
us to
law.
have this.
Your legislators passed a law that all school districts, school boards should have a policy kind of outlining the expectations of use by your staff, the expectations of use by students, particularly from areas concerned about things like plagiarism and things like that. But there's a bigger concept to that, which is it's happening so quickly. They felt like the district should be doing some things to try to get out in front of that a little bit. So Courtney Lofford, our instructional technology coordinator, is working with designated folks to talk about programs that can be improved for use and programs that can't. In very general terms, and without getting way out in the weeds, there's already things out there. You're even starting to see it on your phone. You use your computer and do a search. There's things with names now, Gemini, ChatGPT, that can, they say generative AI, say it can write your, paper for you, or it can write a story for you, or it can help give you some guidance on those things. So those are things that are already in use out there. So as a district, we're trying to make sure we have some guardrails to put in place for teachers to know, hey, this is appropriate for you to do as an adult, 18 years or older. But there's some things, so for example, I think it's ChatGPT, and don't hold me to that, it could be wrong, but some of those services only agree to provide that for people who are age 18 or older. So there's some things our kids can't or shouldn't be using. Plus, there's also some concerns from data privacy. As you know, with our cybersecurity, those are things that's data being collected. That's important for us to protect that. So as Courtney works with that committee to try to identify with this policy in place, now the work begins on a procedure that identifies to our students and staff, this is appropriate for you as a teacher to use, this is appropriate possibly for students to use, but this one is not. So that's step one, comply with the state law. So we had to do this quickly. I don't know that I saw it in June, but I know Trina got it to me. We were waiting on TSBA language, so that's why we didn't have it in place in July. So that's why it came straight to you instead of your policy committee. So now with this policy gets approved tonight, then that's the next step that'll be worked on this fall, is to develop a procedural document to start giving that guidance and help provide some guardrails to, one, protect and make sure our private data is still private, meet FERPA. And then at the same time, again, it can be a great tool for some of our staff who feels overworked and overburdened. Guys, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So while we're scared of it and not sure what it does, it won't mean that you won't have parents that come and talk to you about, what do you all do in the district and what does that look like? At least those things are being discussed and addressed now proactively versus you feel like you're on your heels and go, I need to go talk to somebody. Maybe David McLean could help explain artificial intelligence.
Jason, would it be fair to
I do know this, now there is a method.
Yeah.
You can have you a paper written just like that, 450 to 500 words,
Really?
just like that. You
It's-
just tell it through AI, and, that's, my oldest son graduated from Carson Newman, he's probably an expert in that. I'm gonna throw it around the bus just a little bit. But that's the world we live in now, and we're just trying to put guardrails in place to.
That'd helped me 45 years ago.
Me too. Would it be fair to say the two main takeaways from the policy we've written right now? And obviously, it's gonna evolve over time, but from a student perspective, it's against the rules to tell ChatGPT or any other write me a paper in the style of a ninth grader about Alexander Hamilton, whatever subject. And also that for the staff side, that they can use those services to help them generate a quiz or a policy or a document, but they just need to disclose that they used a service. Is that the two main takeaways from our policy?
Without getting way out in the weeds, sometimes the question is, can we block certain things? Yes,
Sure.
we can. Some things we should block. The question starts to get into, if I'm an English teacher, what tools do I have to
Right.
know if what's in front of me is the student's work? Guys, if you read the policy, some of this, at least just puts the rules out there.
Right.
Even if you don't read policy, or students don't read policy, which you do.
Yeah.
You can say, this should be made clear to students. You should
Yeah.
you should use this
Right.
when it's
That
feasible and helps
yeah.
you do something, but make sure your work has to be your work.
Right.
So that kind of makes the rules that says, as quickly as technology changes, whatever rules, if somebody wants to get real picky about trying to lay the ground rules
Yeah.
out for everything, you're just gonna play catch up all the
Right.
time because it's moving so quickly. But we all kind of can do the eyeball test and say,
Yeah.
this is our main
Yeah.
concern.
Yeah, you have
Protect
to
our
do what,
data,
yeah.
keep it private, and then two, make sure that students understand ethically their work has to be their work. But listen, there's tools in AI that can help teachers do their job and take their workload and lessen it. Guys, that's not a bad tool to have in your toolbox. So at least that's the guidance that I feel like Courtney does a great job for us. She can get those district leaders and classroom teachers to identify, hey, here's the guardrails, guys, you can do this. Sometimes we want to be careful that the teacher says, this is great for me, let's give it to my students. We may say, well, that's gonna be slow. And like I said, maybe Gemini for Google or it's ChatGPT, but there's one of them, they only allow, you have to be 18 years old or older to use the service. So while we don't think anything about it, we have to recognize.
Copilot maybe, or one of those,
You
yeah.
can't use that for kids under, or anybody under 18.
Sure. Thank you.
Or if they're pretty permissive with your data,
Yeah.
we block it and say, well, it's great, but the kids aren't gonna use it because it's a violation of them. So
Thank you.
that's just
How
general
s-
concept.
Good deal.
How
We're just
soon
getting
do
started.
we need to approve this?
Well, it's up before the board tonight, so like I
But
said, at this
does the
point,
state have a mandated time for us to have this completed
it was needed to be done by July first.
of next year?
Not now.
No, right, oh, well, we're right on this then, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need to have some discussions about what we're gonna put in there.
And he's
That's a
bringing,
whole new street.
and he's gonna bring that to the policy
Well, at
meeting,
this
correct?
point, we're trying to comply with the state law.
Yeah, this is
Policy, here's
good.
what I would tell you, Mindy, is there's nothing wrong with taking the policy we approved tonight. I know it's a little bit backwards, but we're trying to comply with the state law. The policy can change. Like I said, there can be some conversation. We can go back through, but, normally policy takes 2 readings to be approved. We're just trying to comply with the state law that I first heard about tonight. So, it's nice, but that's pretty quick for something.
I am gonna say this to board members, the state was so caught up in vouchers.
Yeah.
And now, we're kind of being hit in the mouth with some things that slid through that pertain to education. Most of you were at the law conference as board members. I don't recall this even coming up at the law conference. So, now we're hit in the mouth with it, that it needs to be passed through and it's state law, so.
Yeah, and I feel that it's something that we need to give some thought to. So if we approve this tonight, I think we need to go back and readdress what we're doing.
There will be
It'll
a
be-
procedural brought back that complies with this, so it'll continue to
I'm
change.
sure we'll never
and
stop evaluating
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one
I
as
think
fast
in-
as it
in
changes.
getting the procedural, so what I'll tell you, Manny, is this is the TSBA version. We did make some changes to it until we got a better handle, but otherwise that's what we were waiting on, was verbiage from TSBA, which is pretty consistent if you look at other districts' policies. Greenville just approved theirs last month, a lot of other districts just got theirs approved, so. And they're probably doing the same thing, getting them approved on the first reading because we're trying to comply with the law. Again, not much lead time to get ready for that, but,
Yeah, and it's
And
hard
one
telling
point-
what we're stepping into.
One point for the public to know on that, this is one new state law out of about 100 that we get annually from, I know you know that, I don't know the public knows that. But, it's a lot to keep up with from Nashville every year, getting 90 to 100 new laws. But,
so we are trying to be in compliance, so that's why this is brought before you now. Appreciate Dave kind of working
Okay, thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
I have a motion. Motion. Gary, second. Mark, or Stacy? Stacy. Any more comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, addendum is motion to approve selling our part of the Lot 3, the county government that currently contains a county convenience center and a rock storage area used by the county highway department. That's Lot 3. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Gary? Second?
Second.
George? Any comments or questions?
They need to raise that price.
Please get that off all those six.
We need all the sixes gone. We need all sevens.
Any other comment other than show me the money? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right, announcements, we'll go again. September the 9th is gonna be ribbon cutting ceremony at Chucky Doe Middle School. September the 24th will be the TSBA Fall District Meeting at Chucky Doe High School. Excuse me, 23rd. That wasn't my mistake. You tell them, Trina, that wasn't mine. September the 23rd is gonna be the Fall District Meeting at Chucky Doe High School. Our next meeting will be September the 26th here at the office. Have a motion to, anybody have any other announcements?
Did you say Chucky Doe High School or middle school?
Chucky Doe Middle School is September the 9th for the ribbon cutting. And then 23rd of September is the Fall District Meeting at Chucky Doe High School.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other?
Back here at 26th.
Both at 6.
Both at, it didn't give me a time, Mark.
No, we'll get you a time
Right.
on the conference. Now, that the ribbon cutting is, we do have that set, I think, for 6 o'clock.
Okay.
The fall conference, we have an agenda for that. I think it is at 4:30.
4:30.
Yeah, I think she's.
It is.
4:30.
Okay, but our regular meeting then will be on the 26th at 5:30 here. That's the 9th at 6, the 23rd at the high school, Chucky Doe High School at 4:30, and then our meeting is on the 26th here at 5:30. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mark, second?
Second.
Second, Stacy, so we all, I'm assuming everybody agrees that we're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Still gonna build the casino on the rock part back there, right?
Larry, Bill, Brenda looked it up, we had 6 art applications and only 1 with an art degree out of the whole 6. And they're not from here. Hey, Fred.
Hey, I thought you were gonna put that Snapchat on there.
We're not bringing it back. It says social media on there.
Okay.
Yeah.